Here are the best schools that you should apply to if you have a 1400 SAT score, ranked in order from worst to best. Starting it off in S tier, we have Georgia Tech, UNC Chapel Hill, and UF. Georgia Tech is one of the best picks on this list. Extremely prestigious, low average cost of attendance, and amazing pipelines into engineering fields. Not to mention the median earnings after graduation nears almost 120K. It is slightly more selective if you are out of state, but if you have a 1450 or more, you should be good enough to apply. UNC is kind of the same story with super strong programs in business and public health. The college town is also amazing and school sports are on top. Finally, UF is along the same lines except even lower average cost of attendance and easier to get into out of state. So if you really want the highest ROI and still an amazing time at school, apply there. Next, starting out the A tier, we have UT Austin. This is another top public school with amazing alumni connections and strong programs in business and engineering. Next, we have UCSD, and I'm also going to lump in UC Davis, UC Irvine, and UC Santa Barbara. For me, these four schools are all around the same in terms of selectiveness and prestige, and all benefit from the same things that the UC system does, which is really great average cost of attendance and amazing professors. Next, moving on to B tier, we have Boston College, Wisco, University of Maryland, and Lehigh. This might be controversial and some will say BC should go higher, but the tuition is just insane, getting up to almost $75,000 in school fees alone. Personally, I don't think the ROI is there for BC despite the prestige and selectiveness, unless you're in a top program like business or engineering, which is extremely hard to get into. Next, we have Wisco, which is just a great pull if you want an all-around school. Still pretty selective, good name brand, and low tuition, but you reap the benefits of being in the Big Ten, being surrounded by an amazing top 1 college town, and probably the most fun you'll have in your 4 years. Same applies to Maryland, except it has the added bonus of having extremely strong engineering with high median earnings. Lastly, rounding out the B tier, I have Lehigh, which might be another controversial pick. Some might also say that the tuition is too high, but the average cost of attendance is $36,000, which is a step below BC. Not to mention that median earnings right out of college is close to $100,000, which is just insane. Moving on to the C tier, I have UConn and Rutgers. Coming from Connecticut, I can't really dog on my home school, but I think UConn is just slightly lacking without getting into the honors college program. The out-of-state tuition is pretty high as well, so be aware of that. But you do still have amazing sports and a great college town. Next, I think Rutgers kind of has the opposite problem in that the academics, research, and proximity to New York and Philly are unmatched. But I think the social scene and the college town are just not on par with some of these other schools. Lastly, in D tier, we have Northeastern and Pepperdine. This might be too much Northeastern hate, and granted, they do have some great qualities like an amazing co-op program, but I think they have so many factors going against them. First off, the tuition is almost near $90,000, which is just criminal if you're not an Ivy League or top 10 school to be charging. Additionally, their yield protection is crazy, which essentially means they'll reject you if they think you're too good for the school. And also, they've been artificially lowering their acceptance rate, which is just really shady. But if you do apply and you do get in with a good scholarship, I think it is a solid choice. Next, we have Pepperdine rounding out the list. I think Pepperdine has amazing quality of life in Malibu and an amazing campus. But like Northeastern, you just can't beat the price tag and the scholarships are limited as well. So let me know, do you guys agree with this list? And if you're applying for college soon with around a 1400 SAT score, keep some of these schools in mind. I didn't get to cover all the schools that I wanted to for this score range, so let me know if I should make a part 2 soon. And follow for more.